When everything in life is changing around you, you can stand on the unchanging God. Hey, I'm Dylan, and you're listening to Unlocked, your daily key to unlocking God's Word in your life. One of the hardest changes I had to make was when I graduated college and stepped into my first full-time job, which was here at Keys for Kids Ministries. I had to leave the student life behind, basically the only kind of life I had known for 20 years, and I had to learn how to support myself and just kind of generally take care of myself. Today's story is about relying on an unchanging God through every change in life, and it's called Unchanging God by Savannah Coleman. There is pouring rain outside my window as I type. November in Michigan. You never know what weather you're going to get. On November 1st, I was bundled in winter gear, trudging through the woods in around 8 inches of snow. The trees were heavy with sparkling beauty. On November 6th, I was walking the shores of Lake Michigan, picking up seashells as the sun warmed my bare shoulders. As I watched the waves roll and foam, I considered the unpredictability of Michigan weather and how God is the polar opposite. Hebrews 13:8 says, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. In a world that is ever-changing, from the latest fad to our individual lives, it's so comforting to know that Jesus is unchanging. What kinds of changes are you currently going through? Perhaps your family is moving, or a new friendship is beginning, or you're grieving the loss of a loved one. Maybe your parents decided to homeschool you, or you're battling some physical ailment, or you lost your job. In every season of our lives, we all face changes. Some are welcome, some are difficult, and sometimes we don't even know how to classify the changes. But once we've put our trust in Jesus, we can be confident that He will work out everything for His glory and our ultimate good. Read about that in Romans 8:28. Through everything we face, Jesus is with us, and we have the opportunity to become more like Him. We can wait patiently with hope because we know that God is for us, and no evidence of that is greater than Him sending His own Son to die for us. No change will be able to separate us from His love. So, no matter the changes we face, good or bad, we can cling to the promise that God does not change like shifting shadows, James 1:17. We can ask Him to fill our hearts with reminders of the times He's been faithful through changes in the past. Because even in the midst of change, in Hebrews 13:5, God says, "Never will I leave you, never will I forsake you." So, what are some questions you've got? How do you feel about change? Do you embrace change, or do you tend to shy away from it? Why do you think that is? Can you think of a time you experienced God's faithfulness during a time of change? Consider taking a moment to thank Him for this. Now, as you and I can read in Malachi 3:6, I, the Lord, do not change. But don't just take my word for it. Dive deeper into Romans 8:18 through 39, and Hebrews 13:1 through 21 to keep God's Word alive in your life. Unlocked is a podcast from Keys for Kids Ministries, and the only reason it can exist is because you and people like you keep it going. You can get Unlocked for free, but if it's made a difference in your walk with God, would you donate to reach new listeners and readers? Support Unlocked through the Giving tab in the Unlocked app, or go to unlocked.org and tap Donate in the menu. And come back for tomorrow's devotion with Natalie, how God calls us to do the impossible. He says, do not worry. But until then, I'm Dylan, encouraging you to live life unlocked, opening the door to God in your life.